Alright, so, joke of the day. And the first person who gets it, so if you get the joke, you're going to come to me explaining the joke to me and why you got it. But you have to be the first one, and if you're the first one, I'll give you a prize. Alright, so here's the math joke. 3 out of 2 people have trouble with fractions. So remember, if you get the joke, you have to be the first one to come to me, and I'll give you a prize. Alright, let's go ahead and let's look at number 7 though on your homework. It says Mr. Warren has 22 quarters in his truck. This is less than 4 times the number of quarters Mrs. Warren has in her van. The inequality shown below expresses the relationship between the numbers of quarters they have. So, the inequality, because notice it has a greater than symbol there, that we are looking at is 4 times the value of n is greater than 22. So it says, which of the following could be the number of quarters Mrs. Warren has in her van? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite my inequality because it has a greater than symbol. That's what an inequality is. And I'm going to do my do and undo. So I'm going to ask myself, what am I doing to the variable? The variable is the letter. I am multiplying the variable by 4. So my do is multiply by 4. So then I'm going to ask myself the question, what is the inverse of multiplying by 4? Well, the inverse of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. So my inverse, my undo, this is what I'm going to do to both sides of the inequality in order to solve for n. So I'm going to divide by 4, and I'm going to divide by 4. Okay. I know that 4 divided by 4 is 1. So all I'm left with on this side of the inequality is n. And then I'm going to follow my inequality. Since this is a greater than symbol, I'm going to follow the greater than symbol. Okay, then we have 22 divided by 4. So, I'm going to actually set that up. I know the numerator goes inside and the denominator goes out. Let me go ahead and erase my work over here, so we're not like all over the place. And I'm going to put my numerator of 22 on the inside, which is in the dividend spot. And I'm going to put my 4 in the divisor spot. Set up my little x here so I know that I'm multiplying. Okay, 4 goes into 2 how many times? Should be 0. 4 goes into 22 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. We're too cool for remainders, so we don't use them anymore because we're in middle school. So I'm going to add a decimal and add a 0. Drop it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. And when I zero it out, I can stop. Now, I see here that n is greater than 5 and 5/10. And I have to read my inequality because it says which of the following could be the number of quarters Mrs. Warren has in her van. Well, it didn't say she had equal to Mr. Warren, so we can eliminate C. It says she has more than, greater than. So, if you look at your answer choices, only one of them is greater than 5 and 5/10. It wouldn't be 4 because 4 is less. It wouldn't be 5 because 5 is less. Not C because it's equal. But I'm looking for a number that's more. So because 6 is more, D would be my answer. Now be careful. You're going to do the same thing for number 8. You're going to solve. And then you're going to have to read the inequality. Here, 250 is going to be less than or equal to x. Or wherever you saw, x is going to be greater than or equal to that number. So you're going to pick the number that applies. Okay, do your homework. Come in if you get the joke. You get a prize.